Well, was it windy? Hey, girls? Hey, Jade. Hey, Lucy. You guys trying to escape? I don't think so. Hey, Emmy. Hey, it's Heather Anderson from Pine Mill Fiber and Farm, and I'm here to share another spinning video. What is this mess right here that I'm holding? It was actually kind of funny because I had already started this project before I decided to do this series. Spinning my way through our flock of sheep, and then, of course, it's a disaster. I ran out of yarn and I had to spin more, so I was like, well, I might as well include this. Even though the sheep isn't in our flock anymore because we sold her, so that's kind of sad, but also not sad, it's fine. But anyways, what is this going, it's so cute. This is going to be for my baby, who's not such a baby anymore, he's 1, but it's the pattern is called Baby Bear Balaclava by Pernille Larson. And I'm not sure what the weight of this is, probably like a DK, and I wasn't quite getting the gauge that I wanted with it, so I ended up holding it double with this, which I believe is also DK, and this is an alpaca nylon blend, and I can't for the life of me remember what the brand of this is, but it's awesome yarn, but I don't know where I got it or what it is. Anyways, this is coming out so cute, and I'm so excited to finish it. I need to finish it before winter because, well, I think it's going to actually fit him next year, maybe even better. It might be a little big on him right now, but it has these cute little ears, and then it has a couple different versions. It has a version where it just comes, kind of ends a little bit, and there's another version that goes wider, like over the shoulders. And I'm going to do the wider one, so it's like a super cozy winter wear. And I actually have a little knit wool hat that I sewed, just made out of like stretchy wool fabric, and I was thinking that would be perfect underneath here. It would be so warm for him, so I'm excited. Although I don't know if that hat will fit him next year, but I can make him another one. Maybe sometime I'll share some of my sewing things that I've made. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not this video, but anyways. So, you're seeing the knitting and the spinning at the same time. So we're going to jump back to the spinning since I have to make more of this yarn. This sheep, she is mostly CVM, and this is a lamb fleece. It's incredibly soft. It's super fun to work with. I mean, I can't believe, I don't know if you can really see in the video, like, how squishy and just like super soft and airy this spin came out, and the colors are just, oh, I love that color gray. It's variegated, it's got some luster to it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Sadly, I don't have a lot of gray in my flock right now, so I am breeding for gray lambs this spring, and I'm so excited. Within a couple months, we will have a report on how that worked. Okay, so I'm just, before this is an absolute disaster, I'm just going to wind this up a little bit. Quick. All right, so I have a few other projects to share with you today besides just this spin, but we'll start with the spin since we are working on spinning through my entire flock. And this I'm going to show you, I did that on the drop spindle, so that is super fun. I was telling you last time in my last episode, you can go back to my channel to find that, which I use my spinning wheel for that spin. I learned on a drop spindle, and a drop spindle is such a, like, I wouldn't say easy, but affordable way to learn how to spin. So look at how fun her fleece is. And I do have some of this for sale in my shop, which I'm like tempted to remove it because I'm tempted to keep it all, but I have so much wool I can't spin it all, so I have to I have to share, and that's a fun thing. So the only downside to her fleece is the staple length. And I think it's because when she was born to when she was shorn wasn't a full year. But this is not my favorite staple length to work with. But it's doable. It is doable. And which is kind of why I wanted to make just a small specific project with this, so I wouldn't get like too burnt out on working with this short staple. So all I'm doing, similar to my last spin, this is kind of how I like to prepare my fibers, you'll find out, is break it into a small piece, open up the tips. This was jacketed. There's very little veggie matter in it and very little dirt or anything. It's so nice to work with, which is why I'm tempted to keep it. And it's so soft. I don't know, I was telling you guys how sometimes the CVM is a little too dry. This is perfect because it's not too greasy and it's not too dry. And I haven't washed this. This is completely raw. I haven't washed it at all. What I'm trying to do is kind of spin from the fold. But this is a kind of a short staple length for that, so sometimes I'll just grab a big bundle of wool and just start seeing where the fiber wants to draft out of. And other times I spin from the fold. As you can see on my drop spindle, I don't have the smoothest spin going on. I do kind of expect that this yarn might pill a bit because you can see I have some pretty loose areas. Although I will be plying this, and then once you ply it up, it does pull in a lot of those neps. So I'm kind of curious how this is going to wear, but I think that it's a hat. It's going to be just fine. And I wanted to make it soft for him. I didn't want a real, I wanted it soft and warm. I didn't want a hard, crunchy wool. So I want some of that spin to go up into that fiber so that I get a little more air in there. But I also don't want so much that it's too loose. This is sort of a, what brand is this? This is a Shot, S-C-H-A-C-T. I'm never sure how to pronounce that company name. Drop spindle, and this is the first drop spindle I got, and it's maybe a little bit on the big side for what I'm doing. But I like that it keeps spinning for so long. This is super relaxing. And it's, I love that I can use my drop spindle when my baby's awake, because he doesn't really let me use my spinning wheel. He's infatuated with it. So, it's so fun, you guys. I should be cleaning out the fridge, but instead I just want to spin. Anyways, this is so fun. So now, I'm not going to be showing you what I'm doing next with this, because I'm going to probably just fill up this entire bobbin, and then when I ply it, I'm going to put it onto my ball winder so that I can pull from both sides of the cake, and I can just ply it from one cake. And then that way, I'm not going to have any leftover little strings of single ply yarn. I'm going to be able to use up all that I have. I don't know that that's my favorite result, but I like how quick it is. I like that, I don't have to try to guess how much yarn to have in each single. It's just all going to go together and it's not going to be wasted. This yarn did bloom a lot when I washed it. So because this wool wasn't washed yet, I did a really hot soak for about 20 minutes, and then I washed it in like a wool wash for another hot water for another 20 minutes, and then I rinsed it for 20 minutes. And then I did like a real quick cold bath just to kind of set the twist, and I like to do that. I feel like it holds everything in tight, and it doesn't really felt the yarn, but it just makes a more sturdy yarn. It just locks the fibers in a little better. So I like to do that cold plunge, and then and then I like to warm it back up. I don't know, I have had wool that it dries cold and it's not as soft. I don't know if it reabsorbs some of that lanolin or what exactly happens. So I hope you enjoyed this short spinning. Maybe I should just do one more. I have a hard time talking and spinning at the same time, but I'm trying. Okay, so just opening up the tips. Oh, I just can't believe the fun shades in this fleece. I especially love this stuff right here, and the crimp is amazing. I gotta show you guys this. I mean, I don't know if you can really see that, but like the crimp is amazing. The camera doesn't really want to focus that close. Anyways, where did my piece go? And oh, the smell is awesome too. Okay. Let's see. I told you you're not allowed to watch me do this because it's embarrassing.
Go on.
Yeah. Yeah. The worst part about shooting video is having people watch you while you're doing it. You just feel really, I do anyways, I feel really idiotic talking to myself. Which I'd probably talk to myself all day long anyway, so what's the difference? Alright. So you get the drift. Sometimes I get too little bit right there and well, that's fine, but if it got too much skinnier than that, I would probably reconnect it. So anyways, yeah, the rest of this should spin up real quick, and then I can knit the rest of my project. Just sit that on the floor. Alright, I'm going to show you guys the end result from the spin last week. I think it was last week. This is from Pearl, and I spun this on my spinning wheel, as I said, and it's so nice. I didn't get as much as I had hoped. It's not a huge skein. There's a little bit of brown in there. And I was actually surprised how, I don't know if the camera's really picking that up, but how lustrous it is, like how shiny it is. I really expected it to come out a lot duller than that. I don't know, I'm super excited. So my idea is to put this with another another skein of yarn that I have and do a little sweater for my baby, like stripe, like I think a cardigan, like a old man cardigan. I found one that I really like. It's called the Elwood Sweater by Jenny Wiebe. I don't know for sure if that's what I'll do, but anyways, I'll show you what I'm going to put it with. Now this, I spun this. This is also from our sheep too. But I dyed it before I spun the singles. And my plan was to do like a gradient with this, and then I just ran out of patience. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna, I applied it from each end of the cake, and it came out with these big solid stripes. And I think what I'm going to do to break up how big these stripes are gonna come out as on a small knitted garment is to go every other with this, and to make it like a real, like, I don't know, just a cute vintagey looking old man sweater. I think that'd be super cute. And this I haven't washed yet, so I do expect this to, well, I washed the wool, but I haven't set the twist because I wanted to show you guys this and I didn't want it to be all wet. So I haven't set the twist yet, and I expect it'll kind of plump up a little bit because, as you can see, I didn't ply, like my plies are pretty loose, which I wasn't necessarily trying for, but that's just how it came out. But it's going to be really soft, and it's plenty sturdy. So it's going to be like a nice DK weight sweater. If that's what I end up doing with it, I'll have to show you guys the finished result and see what I come up with. So yeah, I mean, I think the colors are a little bit, like these are kind of all cooler colors and this is a warm color, but I think I can make it work. I would kind of prefer if I had like more browns to put with this and like more like gray browns instead of the black. But I also have one more skein of hand spun that I forgot to grab, and it's like a dark blue and a dark black. So I think maybe if I do put that with it too, it'll kind of pull all the colors together. We'll see. Anyways, this video is getting long because I have a lot to share with you guys. Some other quick knitting projects is these socks. And I actually had a different sock project on this needle. And then it was the weekend and there was a bunch of visiting plans and I was like, I need a project that I don't have to think. So I quick just like a plain vanilla sock for my daughter. And I can't remember what brand of yarn this is, but it's one of the really sturdy sock yarns. I'm kind of tired of trying to make socks on yarn that's not real sturdy because we have concrete floors. It's like, I get the idea of trying to use a more sustainable wool for socks, but if your concrete floor is going to put a hole in your sock after 2 days of wearing it, I don't think that's very sustainable either. So it's trying to figure that out, I guess. But anyways, these will be done soon. I should just finish them so I can get my other socks back on this needle. And maybe I'll just show you those other socks next time because I don't want this video getting super long. The only other project that I wanted to share with you, which is a sewing that I was doing with my daughters. Isn't that cute? How to Sew Little Felt Animals by Sue Quinn. And I can't remember, this book was a little bit hard to find. I can't remember if I ended up getting it on eBay or thrift books or something, but, or Etsy maybe. It's so cute. And they do give a place to print the patterns off online so that you don't need to so cute. You don't need to copy them from the book, which is kind of nice. Seriously, darling. So me and my girls are doing these. And we haven't started on the animals. Well, we cut everything out. But I'll just show you what I sewed so far. I'm sewing everything by hand, and so are they. I'm doing the vole, or the mole, I'm not sure which, but isn't that cute? So, it's just like a little grandpa. I guess the theme is little grandpa, because I'm trying to do all the grandpa outfits today. Yeah, so that's fun. We actually haven't worked on this in about a week, so we should try to do that today. Well, I think that's all I have to share with you guys today. Oh yeah, I have that yarn that I dyed, and I'll put that clip in right here. I had to take a video before today so I could send it home with my niece. So I'll put that in right here. And then besides that, I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hey, so this is the yarn that the girls dyed, which it turned out so amazing. I was so excited. I taught my 2 daughters and my niece how to dye yarn this past week. And look at what a good job they did. I thought it was so awesome how it came out. This is dyed on, it's called Briggs and Little Heritage. It's 2-ply. I believe it's worsted. It's pretty hardy, chunky yarn and relatively soft, not super soft. It's non-superwash, which if you know anything about dyeing, you know that it's a little bit trickier to get like bright, vibrant, and dense colors onto non-superwash. So I think they came out so good. What do you guys think? Aren't they pretty? My daughter dyed this one in like the method where you lay it down in a pan and you have plastic wrap around it. And we don't have a microwave, so we did like a double boiler to set the dyes. I'll open it up.
You might want to go play on the floor right now.
I'll open it up and show you. It came out so cool. And then this one is like a lighter rainbow. This one was also dyed the same way in the plastic saran wrap and then set in a double boiler. Isn't that pretty? And then my niece did this, and this was in the kettle. So dyed it straight into the kettle with the dyes kind of pooled on top and just kind of allowed to just sit there and soak in as they wanted to. It came out so nice. It's really not muddy at all. It's all the pretty colors. So yeah, I was excited. I'm going to teach them how to make hats this week, so that'll be super fun.